So hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, if you've never seen my face, then hi, welcome. My name is Marlene, and yeah, we do a lot of things on this channel. One of my latest obsessions apparently is just doing my makeup and talking about TV shows because I don't get the chance to do that often in real life. So yeah, this is another kind of like series, not an analysis, kind of like a review or whatever. But yeah, that was kind of like my intro, my very, very bad intro. I'm bad at intro. Okay, so I'm gonna start because I noticed that I do this get ready with me and I never mention like the products I'm using. But I'm gonna use this like NARS foundation. Okay, so obviously by the title you have seen that I wanted to talk about Gossip Girl, like the Gossip Girl reboot that is now streaming on HBO Max. So by now there's like 3 episodes out, I think. I just watched the first one. So obviously, like as a millennial, I am obsessed with Gossip Girl, like the actual Gossip Girl, the one that premiered in 2007, 2006, something like that. Maybe it was 2008. I don't know. The thing is that when I was 15 years old, I was obsessed, like obsessed with Gossip Girl. My whole personality is based on Blair Waldorf. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try and hide it. My entire personality was based on Blair Waldorf, and I regret nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna set a little bit of my face, like my T-zone with my Fit Me powder. As a Gossip Girl stan, I had like mixed opinions on the reboot. Like on the one hand, I have not matured a day, so I am very much still into like TV shows about high school drama, and also I love TV shows about like rich people. I don't know why, but it gets me going. Like they're some of my favorite TV shows. So when I heard there was gonna be like a reboot of Gossip Girl, I was quite happy. Like I was really, really happy. And I've been actually waiting for this reboot for months. When I heard, like obviously they got, because of the pandemic, it got kind of like pushed. The release date got kind of pushed. And I was actually very, very upset that that happened. Because I was very into it. Like the moment the trailer dropped, I was sold. I really was sold by this like new Gossip Girl. For my brows, I'm gonna use this like Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel thingy. Okay, but then when it got like actually released, and I think this is my own fault, I had set so many expectations on the show that I didn't want to watch it. I don't know, does that happen to anyone else? My expectations were way too high. Like I had never had so many expectations about a TV show. So I was actually very afraid to watch it and it not living up to my expectations. So that's why I actually didn't like watch it when it was released, and I only watched it like now. But anyways, basically the plot is, it's kind of like similar to the original Gossip Girl, but with a few changes. It is still about like New York's lead, and Kristen Bell is still killing it as a voice of Gossip Girl. Honestly, I am so happy they brought her back. I'm now gonna use my Butter bronzer as a bronzer, and then this is the Milani Baked Blush, and I'm just gonna combine these on my face. Part of the plot is kind of like the same. It just follows like a group of friends on the Upper East Side of New York going to Constance, like a very bougie private school. So that is kind of like the same, but obviously it is 2021, so things have changed. Like first of all, the cast is a lot more diverse. Like the 2 main characters are JC, and Soya, and they're like half sisters. And also there are like other women of color. There's LGBTQ storylines. There are Asian American characters. There's also I don't know what her actual name is, but she plays Luna, and she's a trans woman. So we love that. We love that for the show. It really needed that because Gossip Girl, it was great, but it wasn't diverse. But yeah, so basically what changes, like what are the main differences? Well, one of them is that Gossip Girl, in the original Gossip Girl, she was already there. Like we get introduced to Gossip Girl like literally the first second. Like she is the most important part of the whole series, and we don't know who she is until the end, and that really changes this time around because basically, and spoiler alerts, like if you have not seen it till now, which I don't know why because I'm very very late to this party, but if you have not seen it, then spoiler alert, the teachers are Gossip Girl, which I'm not okay with. Like, I don't like that necessarily. I think they're trying to give storylines that are not about like the children. Like in the first Gossip Girl, we got storylines around the parents, and now you get storylines around the teachers. So I don't know, like. But let me know down below what you think. Like, do you like this format? Like, knowing who Gossip Girl is and having all those like teacher storylines. For my eyes, I'm gonna use my Juvia's A Freak palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Kissy just to put it like all over my crease. But anyways, the series starts and we get to see actually JC, I think, getting ready. I love that they put like the pandemic into the storyline. JC was like getting ready for school, and she was like, yeah, school's done, but it beats being here for another year. So we love that. I love that they just included the pandemic. Okay, and basically we find out that JC's half-sister Soya is gonna attend Constance this year. We kind of find out that JC's mom kind of ran out on her and her dad, and she kind of had another daughter with another man, and then she died. Yeah, tragic backstory. But that's kind of like JC's mom, JC and Soya's mom backstory, and that is how we get them together. And in the beginning, we are led to believe that these two don't actually know each other, and that Soya basically applied for like a scholarship, and she was given the scholarship, and that is kind of like our first introduction to her. And then we find out that actually she and JC were like talking, and they kind of like got to know each other, and yeah. So basically now JC wants to include Soya in her friend group, and her friend group, they're kind of mean. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they are meanies. They're kind of bullying. They bully their professors. It's so weird to me because in the first Gossip Girl, like, yeah, Blair wasn't exactly like the nicest person, but she was a little bit more on the likable side of things, or I don't know, at least I thought at least she didn't look like a real person, you know. First Gossip Girl, you knew every single one of these people were like very exaggerated characters, and I don't think this reboot kind of captured that like caricaturesque thing, like that grotesque thing that the original Gossip Girl had. So sometimes it is a little bit cringy when they're like treating people badly because you don't get like the feeling that these are characters. You cannot get the feeling that these are real life people. Which on the one hand is very good, but then on the other hand it's kind of cringy sometimes. JC kind of wants to get Soya into her friend group, and her friend group does not. They don't want to know anything about Soya. Like, they're really not into the idea of her joining the friend group, which was really, really weird. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Also, it was kind of weird that JC didn't, like, tell anyone that she wasn't, like, talking to her sister. I don't know. Everything was kind of weird. But then Gossip Girl, well, the teachers, they kind of decide that they were gonna try and pin Soya and JC against each other, kind of like the Zarina and Blair like rivalry. They wanted to recreate it with Soya and JC, which I don't know, I didn't like it because obviously Blair and Serena had a real rivalry going on. There were real things happening with them, and with Soya and JC, they just moved. I think they tried to make Soya into like Jenny, but also have her occupy that Serena role. I don't know. It's kind of weird because I think they were trying to do parallels between the two series when it wasn't really that necessary. Gossip Girl tries and pin them against each other, and it's not very difficult for her to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna do my eyeliner using the Maybelline tattoo liner. I've never used this eyeliner before, so it's gonna be like a review first impression. Okay, I actually really like that. It is very black and the tip is very, very thin, so we love that for an eyeliner. I like this eyeliner. So yeah, basically going back to Gossip Girl, Gossip Girl tries to pin these two half sisters against each other, and she kind of does. So we learned that actually the one who granted the scholarship to Soya was JC, and JC is kind of like a little bit hurt by it because obviously she can lose her scholarship like as well. Like, it wasn't like, she got really upset, and then Julian, JC, she kind of doesn't understand why Soya was mad at her. And then also Soya is getting along with Ovi, which is JC's boyfriend, and it's very platonic in the beginning. So they kind of like, because of circumstances, they end up kind of like, Soya ends up in his apartment, and because basically they got caught in the rain and they went to his apartment because it was there, and they got changed, and Gossip Girl, which was a teacher, like, by the way, and I don't think this is okay, like, they were changing and they were in front of a window, and the teacher took pictures of them changing and kind of like posted them on Gossip Girl of these two like standing in their underwear. Like, I don't know, I'm not okay with that. So yeah, that happened. And at the beginning, Julian, like, I really like Julian, by the way. I think she's a great character. She was like, obviously no one is gonna believe this, like, everyone knows, like, always with me and everything's fine, like, I know my sister and my boyfriend wanted to betray me in that way, which I really like because I think the old Gossip Girl, like the original one, would make like a very big deal out of this, and the fact that they didn't do it, I love that. But the rest of the school, they did think that there was something between Soya and Ovi, so they got kind of weird, and you know how it is. teenage gossip, and also everyone just felt like they could give their opinions because Julian is like an influencer. So everyone thought that they could give and they could have an opinion and give their opinion about her love life. So the whole school now believes that Ovi actually cheated on her, and her public perception kind of goes down. And I love that. I think this reboot is very much about social media and how it influences, and being an influencer and having to maintain certain standards. Like, I really like it. I think it's a very interesting point of view that this TV show has that others don't. And it's like being the influencer, because obviously there are a lot of TV shows about being influenced by social media and how social media can like be a bad thing, but it's always on the consumer side and never the creator side. So I love that this TV show talks about being a creator. Like, I cannot relate because there are literally like 110 of you subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, by the way, if you're not already. I would love that. But I don't know, it's a fun thing. So basically, after this whole like perception thing, Julian makes a plan so that she can like take back control. And she obviously like, she runs it by Soya. She's like, oh no, look, I'm gonna model in this fashion show, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna come to the show, but then I'm gonna forget to put you on the list for the after party, and then you're gonna make a scene, and that way power is gonna be restored or something like that. I don't know. I did not understand the plan. Like, if someone understood that, please let me know, because I thought it was the worst plan ever. But anyways, what happens then is Soya goes to fashion show, and Monet and Luna, which were Julian's friends, they kind of go behind Julian's back and make like a different plan. And basically they steal Soya's phone, and they airdrop a dick pic to everyone in the room, like everyone on the show. And obviously Soya gets escorted out of the premises, which I also thought like that plan should not have worked, because basically what happened is Monet changed her phone with Soya. Like, she took Soya's phone and gave her phone to Soya, and she was like, oh, you cannot use your phone in a fashion show. So basically, like, Soya had a phone, but she wasn't looking at it because she was like not allowed to use it. And then Monet sent that like dick pic to everyone. And after that, security came, and she was like, oh, Soya was the one who sent the picture. And security goes and is like, basically is like, ma'am, you should come with us. And at that moment, Zoya could have been like, I did not send anything. Like, look, this is not my phone. Like, this is the phone that I have in my hand. Like, she could have done that. She could have easily done that, and people would have known, like, oh, she didn't do that. And she actually could be like, actually, I think Monet has my phone, and they could have very easily checked that in the moment. So I don't know how that worked. This is what happens. Like, I think the characters and the world, they're very cool. Like, I actually really, really like them. But these storylines, they're not great. Like, they're really bad, actually. They're making drama out of things that aren't really, like, dramatic at all. After that, Zoya kind of confronts Juliet, and she's like, why didn't you stop it? And to be honest, Juliet was like on a runway. How could she have stopped it? Juliet was like, I think Juliet is the best character ever. I really like her. But yeah, basically, Zoya is like, she stands her ground, and she is like, look, I'm not going to be your friend, but I'm not going to leave. New York, like you're gonna have to deal with me or whatever. And that's when the rivalry actually starts, at the end of the episode and not at the beginning. So, and then Obi actually breaks up with Julian. That's kind of like the episode. Again, I think it was a very weak episode. Like, I loved the world that they created. I love the characters. I really like them. And also, there are characters that I haven't even talked about, like Audrey and Aki and Max. Oh my god, they're such good characters. And I love their storylines. And I really enjoy the whole world that is created around these characters. But the storylines right now are not great, or at least the main storyline is not great. I like Aki and Audrey's storyline because they're like, they have been together for a long time. They're like boyfriend girlfriend, and they're starting to see that maybe there's more things that they want to explore outside of their relationship. So yeah, basically I think that like Aki, Audrey, Max storyline, I think that is a strong storyline, and that is a really good storyline, especially for 2021. I think the other storyline, the like Soya, JC storyline, isn't, it's kind of weak. It has a weak basis because this was all like planted like this like weird Gossip Girl, and I don't know. It was weird. I don't think it had like the substance to be a good storyline. I hope it gets better. Like I really do hope it gets better, but as of now, it is a little bit weak. But that being said, I really like the show. I'm gonna keep watching it. I understand that this is a pilot and sometimes you need a little bit more time. It needs to like cook a little bit more. So I hope that the storylines going forward are a little bit more substantiated by a real, well, not real things, but by, you know, actual things that happen in that world and in that school and to these characters. So yeah, those are kind of like my opinions on Gossip Girl. I totally recommend it. Like I'm gonna keep watching it, and I would say watch it. Like, is it the best TV show ever? No, but Gossip Girl wasn't the best TV show ever either. So it's a great TV show to just watch and not think about it. So yeah, I really hope you like this video. I hope you like the look. I remember to actually tell you what I was wearing this time, so that's a good thing. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.